Today's episode of the Read Pile is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
I'm Elle. In this shirt, absolute truth. I heart nerds.
And I am the sus man, Rick Sussman. And while I might be a nerd... No, wait. And I am a nerd. Yeah. And you are watching the Read Pile.
It's the week of August 5th, and here's some comic book news you can use.
Okay, there was Twitter controversies. There was the fact that we were right about I specifically was right about that whole Gambit thing last week that we didn't even talk about because it was unfounded. There are so many things going on this week. There's a ton of stuff. But, let's be honest. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the Deadpool trailer. The officially released Deadpool trailer that officially released last night in a TVMA segment of Conan O'Brien where they were flipping people off and dropping F-bombs and then the trailer. Oh! Still my beating heart, that trailer. Oh! I don't know how many good words to say about it. Eleanor.
I loved it. I mean, there's nothing bad to say. We've seen most of it already.
From the leaked footage, in fact, they actually cut out some parts. Like, we got to see the old lady. She wasn't in the leaked footage that I know about. It looked a lot better than the leaked footage.
Yeah. I mean,
Buster apparently
I don't really have anything to say. I mean, I'm sorry. I showed my excitement already. And
oh, so you're not allowed to be re-excited about something?
I get drained easily. I gotta build back up. Need some time.
I had something else, but now I don't. Okay, you know what? Yeah. We'll put a bow on this. So we know that the Deadpool footage leaked, and we know that the Suicide Squad footage leaked, and we know that Warner Brothers was very reluctant to give us the Suicide Squad trailer, even though it leaked, and they were very upset about that. Ryan Reynolds was super excited. The people at Fox were super excited about giving us the Deadpool trailer, but they couldn't release it because they didn't have the rights to the music. But you see, they got the rights to the music. Obviously, that part was kept in. Can Suicide Squad's PR recover the way by following Wade into the beauty of this is how you handle a leak? Do you think they could have learned a lesson here?
Well, they could have already tried to recover from this. But the fact that it's been this time frame has already passed.
And they're just like,
now it's just starting to get awkward. It's like when you were supposed to, wish somebody a happy birthday at work, and everybody knew that it was that person's birthday, and you waited until the end of the day, and you're like, oh, maybe I should just say it now, and then you forget, and then you're like, well, now I can't say it the next day.
So
you're like, oh, now a week's gone by.
So they just gotta cut.
And then you just have to pretend that you're like,
no, this is how I was.
No, I just didn't know.
Nice. Good analogy.
I mean, it's awkward, and now it's just awkward. So if they try to oh no, we're totally cool with this. Yeah. here's the trailer. You can't really recover. I think they could just be like, it's ready now, and they just kind of put it out there, or like, here you go, and then you gotta walk away. Don't look back. You just put it on the table and you walk away. You put the birthday cake down and you just go out.
All right. No more birthday analogy. You took that. You know what? Just go review some books.
Time for comic book reviews. And I just want to note, Rick just flicked me off.
No verification. No proof.
It's all that matters. I know. First up, Buster's coming in. He was going to pass by, and then he realized what was going on. Hello. Alright. I decided to try this out. Justice League, Gods and Monsters, Wonder Woman. No. Rick hates me. He's all about this stuff, and he's like, oh, it's all great. I don't like it. And yes, I'll be honest, I understand the idea behind these stories, but yet I still went in reading this expecting Wonder Woman.
Oh, gee,
Because, you know, I'm a jerk.
It's an elf, the whole point.
I know, I get it. And Rick's like flipping out on the other side of this camera right now. He's losing it. Like, he's rubbing his eyeballs out. He's like about to dig him out. I don't know.
The whole point is...
But it's not for me. I just, even if I just set it aside and say, okay, let's pretend it's this whole new character. It's not Wonder Woman at all. It's not like another version of her. It's just a different character. I still could not get behind the storyline. I felt like, I understand we're trying to get the whole story into one issue. It's a one-shot. That's the whole point of a one-shot. You're getting the story into this one issue without making it a whole trade. But I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy it. It's probably a really good story to other people, but for me, no. Moving on. Don't laugh at me because I just said no to that one. And I'm saying yes to this one. Bad Mite. I will be a little negative. It wasn't as good as the last two issues. It's still comical, it's still nutty, but it wasn't as witty in this issue. I'm very negative this. I'm sorry. He still has his funny times though. This time he's just messing with Robin, and I do kind of like that because I don't like the current Robin. I really don't. So I like the fact that he's showing up, kind of like giving him stuff, giving him crap about everything, and it's cute. And the idea of him pretty much crashing these two people's home and just kind of overstaying his welcome a little bit, just kind of overflowing the toilet and things. Yeah, that's what he does. And then he's like, "Hey, it's cool. I'm Bat Mite. I'm fun." It's just it's a kooky story. It's fun, lighthearted. I'm gonna keep reading it. But pick of the week. This is gonna be funny because I don't think I've ever had this as a pick of the week. Maybe I have. Have I? Yes, I have. Yes. Because you know why? Because at first it was really slow and I wanted to hate it, and it's finally starting to pick up. Outcast. You know what's really funny is that, like, as soon as I'm like, oh man, it's really starting to pick up, it's really starting to get good. The storyline's really getting going. And they're like, hey, did you know there's gonna be a TV show? I was like, oh man, really? Okay. And I'm just okay with it, just automatically. But if you haven't actually seen the preview for it, you should probably go online and look it up. It's pretty easy. It's Outcast AMC. Just type that into YouTube. You'll find it. But the book. So, poor Kyle. Oh my god. So, last issue, we left him with his daughter. He went to go visit because he's stuck in a situation. Everything's starting to just really just weigh down on him. Him and the preacher are becoming they are face to face with what is going on. And, you know, they're starting to see that it's happening to more and more people that are around them. And we know that Kyle personally had to deal with his wife being possessed. And that's why they're not together anymore.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna hit even closer to home now. Like something big is about to happen, and you see at the end of this issue, it's insane. And now you're starting to see that the preacher's starting to get a little nervous now. He's starting to flip out, and he's starting to question things about, you know, is somebody really watching over him or not? And stuff's going down. it's going down. It's going to go down quick. And
How's it going down, Lauren?
He's obsessed with that song, and I'm not gonna entertain him.
It's going down for real!
It's going down for real. So, believe me, if you haven't started reading it yet and thinking about it, do read. If you've only read a couple issues and you're like, no, it was really slow and you had the same complaints as I did, power through it. Just power through it. We are on issue 11 right now, and it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Yes, it is going to be slow at the beginning, but you need to. And if the TV series is going to be anything with like The Walking Dead, you're going to have 2 different storylines. That would be great. And even if not, I think that it's probably going to be told better in a TV series than in the book, maybe, if they decide to go with the same exact storyline. Either way, whatever. We'll see about the TV. In the meantime, let's talk to Rick. See what he's got to say.
Well, thank you, Elle, for those reviews. And yes, Wonder Woman, Gods and Monsters was really good. But...
Yada yada yada.
no, not yada yada.
Buster, knock over the camera. There you go.
Okay, here we go. My reviews. 4 books. We're going to do these quick, because last week might have been a little long. Sex 23. So, the continuing saga of Mr. Cook, and he's the former Batman. We all know the story by now. I really dig this book, but this was another particularly slow issue. It's not a bad thing, per se, that the issues aren't, like, constantly on the up and up and constantly on the move. I'm actually totally cool with it. It just doesn't make for a really, like, fabulous review, because I can't go into great detail, because there's no, like, big fight scene or anything. It's not bad. I really still enjoy the story, and I'm going to keep reading it. There's nothing particularly wrong with it. It's just tough to do a review on a book that is consistently quiet. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes books are just quiet. Next up, a new issue. We have Dark Corridor, issue number 1, from Rich Tomaso. I am terrible with last names, Rich, so I apologize. This was really cool. I actually really dug this. It's very pulpy, very Crumb-like, if that makes sense. And maybe not Crumb is the right word. Very American Splendor-y. Just a lot of really good, like, kind of old school artwork. I like the story that's in it. The red circle is the name of the city, I guess, that all this transpires in. That's the name of the first issue. There's 2 books in it, and you get good books for the price. For $4, you get 2 stories and a little bit of a hey, this is what I was doing with this from Rich himself at the end of the issue. I really dug this, and I think you should check it out if you're looking for something kind of weird, kind of funky, kind of old school. I enjoyed it, and I'll be picking that one up. It'll be on the read pile from this point forward, because I really enjoyed it, and I think you might too. Books that we already know I love, and books that I can't get enough of, are on my read pile, and Midnighter is definitely one of them. Steve Orlando continues to just absolutely rock the party that rocks the body that is Midnighter. We're 3 issues in. Get on board. I don't know if Steve is a homosexual, because I didn't ask him, but you don't have to be a girl to write women. You don't have to be a gay man to write gay dialogue properly. You don't have to be any of those things. You just have to be a really good writer. You certainly aren't a guy who has a computer in his head that allows you to extrapolate how to win a fight in 5 seconds. That's for certain. But Steve does all those things. He makes you care about Midnighter, both on and off the mask, so to speak. And more importantly, we finally get in this issue the definitive backstory of what happened between Apollo and Midnighter. And if I'm honest, that was my favorite part of this issue. It wasn't the awesome fight sequence where Midnighter basically takes out Multiple Man. Yeah, that happened. It wasn't the dance sequence where Midnighter explains that just because he can fight doesn't mean he can dance. That was cool too. No, it was seeing the end of that relationship and how it actually ended and who lost the fight that I thought was really, really cool. Would have been my pick of the week this week had it not had the grave misfortune of debuting with Wicked and Divine. Yes, I forgot to spool up the graphic, but it doesn't matter because I have to tell you guys something. Someone tweeted this earlier, and I'm going to paraphrase, but hopefully I remember it directly. You will never have as much fun getting horribly, horribly, horribly depressed as you will reading Wicked and Divine. Kieran has an amazing talent. We love him here at the Read Pile. And his talent is to make you feel terrible. He introduces you to a character that you didn't know existed, or didn't care, or hadn't noticed. And then in the course of one issue, this might as well have been a one-shot. Issue 13 could have stood alone, and I think that was its intention. You care so much about that character that in the end, you are utterly depressed at the ending. Your heart broken, you're crestfallen. You're all of those things, and I was. And that's sort of the beauty of this issue and why it is my pick of the week. Because it introduced me to a character, and then by the end of the issue, I was so sad about what happened to this character that I was actually honestly depressed. And when you're able to invoke those emotions in a human being, yeah, you're going to be my pick of the week. For you, our loyal followers of The Read Pile, we have an awesome offer from Audible.com. Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their awesome service. You can download some really great books like The Hobbit, the unabridged version from Tolkien. You can download Divergent, Lean In, lots of great stuff to check out. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Again, that's audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia for your free audiobook.
That's this week for the Read Pile. Rick, I want cake now.
You know, I think I got some cake just because of potential cake-related issues.
It happens a lot.
It does. First, we'd like to give a very big shout-out once again to our good friends at Galvin Leatherworks Beauty and the Beard Studios. They are going to start promoting Nerd Up Media for us as they travel the universe of cons. They get to go to a lot of cons that we don't, so if you're a fan of theirs, be on the lookout. They should be carrying Nerd Up Media swag starting very shortly, so thank you so much for those. And then, to those two, pardon me. And if you follow us on Twitter, which pretty much everyone does, be on the lookout because we're going to be having a road trip update going on for the next few days. The Read Pile is going to go up to the world's largest yard sale. We're going to take a road trip up there because I'm assuming I'm going to get like a box of comics for $20. And what are you looking for?
He thinks he's going to find like something gold.
No. The only thing I'm going to find gold is like Bloodshot 25 that had the gold embossed cover. Oh god, I love those embossed covers so much. Magnus Robot Fighter also had a gold embossed cover. Not the Fantastic. It was the Avengers. The Avengers had a gold embossed cover, all from the 90s. I'm gonna get all of them.
I already told you what I was gonna do. I'm gonna fill the trunk with like creepy cat statues and just fill it. Find them all and be like,
Why would you put them in that they could break?
okay, they're riding up front. No, they get the passenger seat.
That's reasonable. Well, we'll see you guys soon. Try again. I might have moved the camera. No, like properly. Okay, you're good.
I don't know. I'm sorry. It just flicked me off.
Buster, how do you feel about us getting more cat statues? Thank you, Buster.